Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest real estate crash, in my opinion, is coming to your neighborhood. More than likely, it's coming to your neighborhood. Now, when I say the biggest real estate crash, I literally mean the biggest real estate crash in the history of America. Because if you don't know what's going on geopolitically, we're heading into, my opinion here again, into hard, dark times. I mean, we're at conflict with Russia, which is pretty much one of the world's natural resource provider. We're in conflict with China, the world's manufacturer. 90% of our stuff, or 80% of our stuff, 75% of our stuff is coming from China, from our supplements, our pills, medicine, bikes, computers, chips, whatever you think about, parts. I mean, you name it, insulin, so on and so on. It's coming from China. Okay, so we're in conflict in the Middle East with Iran. Again, they control the Hormuz Strait, which at least 30 to 40% of all the world oil goes through there. Okay, OPEC is right there. They control that area. So when this thing pops off, okay, and all around, and it seems like it is popping off. We're provoking, for it to pop off, right, all around the world. We provoke with NATO, Russia. Now we're provoking with, China with the Pelosi, and so this is what we do. But the side effect of that for you and me is that we're heading into a real estate crash that we've never seen before. And this crash, what's going on, man? And this crash is not like the 2008 crash, because this crash, a lot of people are into it. Okay, the last crash, it was subprime borrowers, people that didn't qualify that got the loan. This time, it's not subprime borrowers, it's everyone. It's everyone. You're talking about commercial, you're talking about residential. Everyone is upside down. They bought at high tops, they bought high prices, and it's going to shift. I don't care, if you just bought 5 years ago, if you bought 7 years ago, you just bought yesterday. The prices are going to come down, and many people are going to be upside down, is what I'm trying to say. Many are going to be upside down. In my opinion, we're going to have 18, 19% interest rates, which is going to suppress the price of real estate even more than the normal crash like 2008. So we're going to have massive foreclosures coming aboard. And on top of that, we're going into an economic depression, one that the Fed cannot manipulate or control. And this is the reason I took some time to explain the first part of this video, because normally the Fed creates booms and busts through second layer. The second layer is, let's say, the switch system. The second layer is the banking system. The first layer is the actual commodities, the raw material. The second layer is basically the money that's pegged to this commodities. Okay, well, the Fed controls the second layer. America controls the second layer, right? But other countries control the actual products. Normally, our Fed, the central bankers, creates booms and busts by manipulation of the stock market, manipulation of interest rates, and so on. Okay, but this time they're not going to be able to control the boom and the bust, because the raw materials, the layer one, is being disturbed. Okay, so the layer one is what the secondary layer is based on, is pegged on. You couldn't have layer two if you don't have layer one. And so this one is going to be different, because the layer one is out of our control. So the Fed only controls the layer two, interest rates, buying stocks, stuff like that. However, when there is no layer one products or raw materials being shipped to us, then we can't make stuff. You're going to see massive amount of people losing their jobs, massive amount of people losing their jobs in all the different levels, high end, middle, low income, so on, which is going to add to more inventory. So all around, you're going to see motivated sellers. You're going to have motivated sellers because their house is being underwater. You're going to have motivated sellers because they've been laid off because of the dark economic depression, in my opinion, that we're heading to. We're already in a recession, and I've been telling you guys a month, now we're heading to it. You also have inflation that's going to spike in. So again, dark times is coming for real estate in America, in my opinion. And we're going to see massive sells. Now, I've been saying this since 2016, 2017, but the Fed has been controlling and manipulating the market so much. if you looked at the bug 19 in 2020, we should have had the biggest crash there. But what did they do? They stopped the foreclosures, they closed down the courts, they did this, they give out everyone free money. So manipulation, right? What should have really happened is we should have had an ocean crash of inventory coming in back in 2020, but it didn't happen. That's coming soon. Okay, that's coming soon. There's no way the Fed there has no way to stop it now unless they make better relationships with China, with Russia, but I doubt it because Big Brother knows what's happening, that the petrodollar is dying, that the world reserve currency is dying, and so they need these conflicts to have a boogeyman so it distracts me and you from what's really happened. That they had bad foreign policy, that they had bad monetary policy, that they printed so much money, they overspend, they borrow, they borrow over borrowing, and now it's causing the middle class to evaporate, it's causing the lower class to be homeless, it's causing the rich to flee America, to move their wealth to other countries, and and making them a lower level to people that don't do that. That's why you see big corporations buying Bitcoin and gold and stuff like that, and farmlands and other countries and so on and so on. So in my opinion, we're going to have the biggest real estate crash coming, and it's going to create opportunities for some people and a lot of pain for other people. The people that lined up and got bank loans at 0% interest rate or almost 0% interest rate, they're going to be paying the prices. The people that were patient, the people that knew the market was hot and they didn't get into it because they knew it was overrated, overpriced, the people that did the right things and stacked up their cheese in the good market and didn't go spend it, when the prices will tumble, these small groups of people are going to be the primary beneficiary because they were patient, they saved up their chips for the dark time to buy. The people that lined up and listened to the Fox and NBC and they did everything, they believed everything that talking heads of TV told them. They went and borrowed the money, they got all the free stuff. Well, they're going to be paying the price, okay? Because they're not going to have that stimulus check anymore. They're going to get their jobs taken loss. Their home prices are going to be upside down, and they're already over to debt. So just like with everything, there's going to be opportunity for a few and massive losses for many. Now, the reason there's going to be massive losses for many is I blame it all on our bankers, on our policies, okay? Because maybe there should have been some losses for some people that were irresponsible, but when they make that so easy, everyone gets fooled and is wanting to get money, free money, right? And now I believe there's going to be time to pay the reaper. So you're going to hear a lot of people saying that the real estate crash is not going to happen, the housing bubble is not going to happen, the housing 2.0 is not going to happen, it's going to be quick, it's going to be soft landing. I don't believe any of that, okay? I know that, in my opinion, I believe that we're going to have massive pain and suffering coming to America in the real estate sector and other sectors like the stock market. I don't think that the stock market is anywhere over of a crash, okay? Same thing with the real estate. It's just barely getting started, and some areas are already more inventory than before, and I've done videos for you on my YouTube channel. You see a house here for sale, you see a house here for sale, you see a house here for sale, okay? But not everywhere, there's pockets, all right? Like, for example, in Texas, in Dallas, in Coppell, in Farmers Branch, you're starting to see those stuff happen, okay? But in some other parts, it's not like that, right? There's parts in this new state that I live in, there are very few houses for sale. There's other parts that I go to, there's like house here for sale, house here for sale, house here for sale, okay? So it all depends the area. But I believe that there's pain and suffering coming for many, the majority, but there's also opportunity coming for a few. Now, if you've been one of those individuals that's been patient, you knew the market was too hot, you've been saving your chips, and you're ready to buy real estate at a deep discount, and you like to work with me, I highly recommend you go to my real estate dojo and get into one of my coaching programs, my academy or my profit sharing, okay? If you're a type of individual that's been patient, but you want to be a self-doer, then I highly recommend downloading my Subject to Launchpad, which teaches you, like 24 courses that teaches about seller financing, owner financing, subject to, how to find deals, how to negotiate deals, all the paperwork, like the contracts, my closing package. I have video training on cold calling, lead generation, negotiation, how to negotiate, how to give offers. I've even given you my offer letters, how to give a soft offer to a seller for owner financing. You can find that all in my Subject to Launchpad. There's a link below. You can get all my courses, there's like 24 courses in this package that I've given you for just 200 bucks, guys. All right, thank you so much for clicking the like button. Don't take no for an answer. See ya.